Before we begin, quick question. Do you just want to watch, or do you want to level up your mindset? This channel is about history, strategy, and mental strength. So hit subscribe right now, turn on the bell, because every video here is designed to sharpen your mind. Take a breath, because what comes next is not ordinary content.
They did not fear war. War feared them. Three men, three completely different eras, one immortal principle. Sun Tzu, Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan. They were not born invincible. They thought, they waited, and they struck at the exact moment. Today, over the next hour, you will dive into the minds of these three titans of history, not to admire the past, but to steal the secrets that still work today, in your life, in your challenges, in your daily battle. If you're tired of losing, if you feel crushed by the world, or if you simply want to become unbreakable, stay with me. Because whoever masters the mind masters destiny. Imagine a battlefield. Bodies, blood, chaos. Most people see brute force. They saw weakness. Sun Tzu said, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Caesar crossed the Rubicon, knowing there was no return, and won an empire. Genghis Khan turned despised nomads into a war machine that devoured the known world. What did they have in common? Not the largest army, not the strongest armor, the mind. The ability to see what others ignore, to plan 10 moves ahead, to turn fear into a weapon, and to make war fear you. In this hour, we will dissect each of them, their strategies, their mistakes, their impossible victories, and in the end, you will ask yourself, what does life fear in you? Let's begin with the master of silent victory. Sun Tzu, around 500 BC. A Chinese general who may never have existed as a single man, yet whose words survived 2,500 years because they are absolute truth. The Art of War is not a book about killing. It is a book about not needing to kill. He taught, know the enemy and know yourself, and in 100 battles you will never be in danger. Think about that. Most people enter conflict blind. Sun Tzu already knew the outcome before it began. He spoke of deception, of appearing weak when strong, of striking where the enemy does not expect. A real example, in ancient China, generals used his principles to defeat armies 10 times larger with almost no bloodshed. Today, businesses use Sun Tzu in negotiations. Athletes use him for mindset. You can use him to win that meeting, that fear, that inner doubt. Life-changing quotes. The supreme victory is to win without fighting. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Every warrior wins when the enemy surrenders before battle. He did not seek glory, he sought efficiency. What if you applied this to your life? Stop fighting everything and start winning without battle. Julius Caesar, 100 BC. A man born into a dying republic who died as dictator for life. He did not command the largest army in the world. Rome had legions, but Caesar had something else. He planned like a god. In Gaul, he conquered vast territories with perfect logistics. Bridges built in days, forced marches, surprise attacks. But his greatest moment? The Rubicon, 49 BC. He stood before the river. He knew to cross was treason. To turn back was to lose everything. He said, "The die is cast," and he crossed. That moment defines Caesar. Absolute courage, decision on a razor's edge. And afterward, he won. His soldiers adored him because he fought on the front lines, shared the spoils equally, rewarded merit, not birth. Timeless lessons. Plan every detail, but act boldly when the moment comes. Inspire absolute loyalty. People die for those they trust. Fortune favors the bold, but only the prepared. Caesar didn't just conquer land, he conquered minds. And you? What is your Rubicon? What decision are you postponing that could change everything? Temujin. Later, Genghis Khan. Born into poverty, orphaned, enslaved, betrayed. And yet, he united the tribes of the steppes. He built the largest continuous empire the world has ever seen. How? Pure adaptation. His armies were mobile, horse archers, feigned retreats to lure enemies, then annihilated them. He promoted by merit. A peasant could become a general if he was capable. Decimal system, 10, 100, 1,000, total control. Religious tolerance, a postal system, protected trade. He did not conquer only by force, he built systems. A quote attributed to him still echoes. It is not the strongest who survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one who best adapts to change. Today, in a world that changes every day, Genghis Khan would be king of entrepreneurs, of fast pivots, of those who turn failure into empire. What unites these three giants? Mind above all. Victory begins in thought. Relentless discipline defeats chaos. Long-term vision, not battles, eternal empires. Smart use of the enemy, weaknesses become weapons. Leadership that inspires, not fear, absolute trust. Differences? Sun Tzu wins without fighting. Caesar wins through bold political and military action. Genghis wins by adapting to everything. But the principle is one. Master yourself, and the world bends. They were not born invincible. They chose to become it. They thought. They waited. They struck at the right moment. Now, look inward. What does life fear in you? That fear you still haven't faced. That dream you buried. That Rubicon you refuse to cross. Today, decide. Be the Sun Tzu of your own mind, the Caesar of your courage, the Genghis of your adaptability. Because whoever masters the mind, masters destiny.
If this hour lit a fire inside you, leave a like now. Comment below, which of these three would you take into your personal battle? And subscribe, because there is much more fire coming. They did not fear war. War feared them. And you